Yeah,
Still
I think
working
so.
on it.
Once again, from a secret undisclosed location in the Library of Graphic Literature with Wallace and Luna. Yay! So, we have an interesting, this is interesting comics day. I guess all these comics are comics I didn't buy in the province. I had brought in for me. Now, these first ones...
From New York.
These, at least, these first few are from New York. Now, actually, this I sent a big shout out to Mitch at St. Mark's Comics. Because old Mitch, every time I'd walk into the store, he'd say to me, Wash, you should buy this Wednesday Comics. It's really cool. I'd be like, oh, yeah, sure. And Mitch sounds kind of cool. He'd be like, no, Wallace, you got to buy it. Finally, it's up to issue 4, I think, which is one of these. It was this issue. Got up to this issue. And by the time it got up to this issue, the first issue was almost sold out. So he said to me, Wallace, just buy the first issue. So I bought it and I went around the corner to the Starbucks, read it while I was having a cup of tea, and I was just like, this is bloody cool, isn't it?
Let's cover you up here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Well, exactly. Show the people. It is pretty amazing, isn't it? It was a newspaper in comic book form. And I can remember being on the subway going back into... There it is, going back into Brooklyn with it. And I was reading it like it was a newspaper. And I was getting looks from everyone else, right?
I think you can see it. I don't know, can you? Well, I guess you can't really respond because you're just a camera.
And as a matter of fact, did you know that...
I'm losing the paper.
Now, it was, of course, a continuing story throughout the whole run of it, and one of them was Metamorpho, which was done by Neil Gaiman and Mike Allred.
Is that the one I'm reading over here?
Let's see.
That's...
Yeah, that's it.
Of course I'd love it.
Yeah. Now, I do have it in hardcover form, the entire collection. I do have, as a matter of fact, I was using them to keep my books from being crushed, so there are some even still hidden on the shelves here, right? Terrible to say, but I got a beautiful...
Look at the art. This is fantastic.
It was amazing. And like I say, to me, and they never kept up with it. It's just like, come on, this was a cool idea. So anyone at DC, try it out.
Supergirl one.
It was just so cool. You know, people are so used to seeing comics on the little screen. These are, big ass comics, right? Mm-hmm. As I like to call them. So I knew you'd like the Gaiman one, of course. And there was one where it's like I'm not sure if it's in these, but one of them, it's almost like it was almost like a game sort of setup, I think it was. Okay.
And just has little stories it has on the front. Green Lantern, Hawkman, Deadman, Batman. Commandy. What's that?
Commandy. The Last Boy on Earth. Was one of my favorite theories over there.
Oh.
It's one of my favorite. He's done by Jack Kirby, who we call the King of Comics. And he was cool. He was the last boy on Earth. It was post-apocalyptic in the 70s. He was doing it.
Up my alley?
Oh, I think you'd like it. There was something really cool about Commandy. It was one of his longest-running comics of his latter career. Mm. And instead of you've seen Planet of the Apes. Instead of just apes, in Commandy, there's all the animals. So he has to deal with tigers and lions and all kinds of stuff, right?
Alone in the pit, there is nothing to do but think. He could choose to worry, or he could meditate.
Who's that? That's the Strange Adventures, yes. Adam Strange. To meditate. Let's see here. Adam calms his mind and concentrates on the elusive trajectory of the Zeta beam. In other respects, Adam is a normal, healthy man of 35, but he has one special gift. This was actually, we did Strange Adventures was one of the 2 books that we did last week, come to think of it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Have you ever seen one of these before? Huh?
It is pretty cool. See, we're all about the comics, but we have other interests too. Music. And speaking of music, good segue, because what I have here is the Mind Management 24-page book. Filled with fun, full-color illustrations and a 7-inch 33 1/3 RPM long-playing read-along record. So it has a little record that you can play and read along with it all. In the 70s, for a while, they were putting out these editions this size of Batman, Superman, you know, Spider-Man, whoever, right?
I've seen the ones that included the CD for like the little storybooks,
Yeah.
golden books.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of like that in the 70s. So you had comic books that had an additional thing. Oh look, and an autograph card came with it from Matt Kint. I love this comic. It's one of my favorite comics, by the way. Oh, there's a. As a matter of fact, one of the other books in this collection is by him. And here it is, Mind Management. It's kind of like it's an espionage conspiracy type of comic. It's really cool. And then here's the record, and it's a green. I like this. He even puts the story onto the liner.
Oh, that's cool. Show the people.
Okay,
People must see the marvelousness of us. My precious.
It is so cool, isn't it? I love color vinyls when I was young, and when I seen this, it was just like, oh God, as if this wasn't great enough. The entire thing, adding this just made it fabulous, right? So this is what I like. This what I like is, and like I say, I'm a big fan of his anyway. But I mean, mixing comics with music, well, not music, but recording and stuff like that.
Is this the same thing?
Now this is same person, yeah, Mind Management, but this was a comic that him. Now it was printed originally by Dark Horse Comics, and when it ended, him and his wife did this. It was like what was it? How many out of
220? I mean, 120 out of 500.
Yeah, so this was a comic they printed up themselves, him and his wife, and they put it out, and it's pretty cool. Set in the same universe, right?
Was he colorblind?
I don't think so. No, he just
says colorblind on it, so I'm just wondering.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think he just. Yeah, it's just his choice, I guess, of what color it's for. But it's a very rare comic, which is what I like.
It's pink and blue, which seems a bit like, I don't know, sexist.
No, it's just a choice, right? Because I mean, look at that.
What do you think? There's a man and a woman, and we open it up, and everything's pink and blue. Pink and blue, that's what I meant to say. I was like, I don't know, it seems a bit sexist.
Nah, I'd say it was just a cool color choice.
They're like, I'm the female, I choose pink. I'm the male, I choose blue.
No, they're not like that. They're having fun. Just not causing trouble here. Okay, now, here, next, speaking of causing trouble, these are the PS magazines. These were. Can
I open it?
Yeah, oh yeah, go right ahead. Have a look at these. These I got from Way, and these were. These were done by Will Eisner for the Army. And
for the Army?
Yeah, this was his job. This was his job for many years. He would draw things like, how to like when burning liquid fuels.
You go with what you've got.
Yeah.
That's what it says right there.
But a lot of it is stuff having to do with like how to maintain your truck or your machine gun or a crane.
Huh. Oh, so it's like illustrations.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's like little illustrations. And
sometimes it'd be stories too. Joe Dope would always have something where he'd be saying, "Don't do this" or "Don't do that." And then they'd even have little stories like this one. Joe Dope's Christmas Rock.
It gives me like massive like Fallout vibes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, these are Cold War comics. I actually call these industrial comics because they're comics put into an industrial use, right? But of course.
That's not what it goes.
Oh, here, give me that. That's over here. But it's like that's from 1961.
Well.
Or late 1960. Yeah, 1960 and 1960. But he worked.
I thought the war was over then.
Yeah, the Cold War lasted into the 90s, though, right?
Oh.
So they continue to do it. It's still made today, as a matter of fact. I think it's just online now, and a lot of comic book artists have worked with it.
So, tell the people about this.
Now this was one I have another copy of this one. It's one of my favorite by Mobius, But then I heard that there was this additional edition came out, and this has a couple extra pages in it. So I had to have it, right? Now this one, the slipcase, it's really weird. No, let's watch this.
Is that not how it comes out?
It slips out like that. It's a really weird slipcase. But now they're not all like this. They're not all slipcase. They're like this. But it's one of my favorite books. The Incal by Mobius and Jodorowsky. He was a French comic book artist. He was French.
Careful.
Careful. Warned you about that. Well, yeah, it was. And here you can see his art. Actually, here on this cover here, this was his drawing of a supreme being. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, it's very cool. It's a great story, and it included, like I say, a few.
It's heavy. I don't want to drop it.
Yeah, it includes a few.
Show.
I mean, beautifully colored. Beautifully drawn. Of course, Mobius. And there's
Further.
and we can't
Further.
we can't show the ending. Oh, geez, oh yeah, I think there's an extra story involved there too. Oh yeah, she's cool. And this is where you first meet the Meta Baron. Actually, is in this.
It's
story.
so heavy.
It is, isn't it? But this one, it was only after it was out that I'd heard about it, so I had to get our good friend Dennis to order away for it.
Ring,
like
ring,
that?
ring, ring, ring.
Oh.
Hello. Yes, everybody's doing a show right now. Wallace, sorry, that book you've been wanting so bad still isn't in yet.
Oh, okay. Why, thank you. Now this one, the same guy actually. This is Matt Kint again and Charlene Kint. And with this one, it was this. Actually, they're doing a series of this for Netflix, I think, Department H. But this was the first volume, and this one, you could either buy it in your store, or if you bought it from them, they'd do a little quick drawing in it for you.
Well then.
And everyone had a different drawing in it. So it was just like...
One of a kind.
Well, yeah, it is, right? So in terms of collectability, it's just... Well, it has a piece of artwork in it, too, beyond just a signature.
I'd love to see what the other ones look like.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did have one other one that had another one in it.
What one?
It was the next volume in this.
Oh, okay.
But I was... They were pretty expensive compared to, like... I mean, they were $25.99 Canadian. But I think they were like 30, 40... I think it was $40 or more with shipping and everything, right? But it was worth it. Of course, right? Now, what do we have next?
Oh, this one feels nice.
Yeah, I like that, hey? I love the cloth slipcase. And this is one...
Ooh, pretty. You almost hit you in the face.
Yeah. I can't remember if I got this away or if I got this at the shop. But this is a beautiful slipcase edition of
it's heavy.
Essex County, and it's a limited edition. I do believe it's signed and autographed.
Such a pretty color.
It is, isn't it? And it's I do believe it's a signed and autographed one. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can feel by that thickness of the paper. Yeah. So for 500 copies of this edition, and it's a great book too. Jeff Lemire, he does stuff for everyone. What's that?
What's it about?
It's hard to say. It's been years since I read it. I can hardly remember, but it has to do with hockey and stuff like that. It's.
When you were a little kid, were you ever tempted to color in the black and white comics?
When I was a kid, they never really had black and white comics. It was always color comics. The black and white comics really only hit in the 70s and 80s because the reason black and white comics came along is because it was so cheap to print.
What a beautiful case, though.
It is, isn't it? And the story itself, the story is great. It's been so long since I read it. I hate to say that I can't remember it, but I loved it at the time, right?
High Society.
I'm gonna give it another reread.
The Regency edition. Or
No.
what is that? What's this?
Yeah, this is the Regency edition. This is
High Society.
Volume 2 of the Cerebus Epic, and this one was very rare. It was only it was under 200 copies made of this one. I don't know why he doesn't do more, because it's the comic itself was a great comic.
Oh, look at the silver, it's so shiny.
So shiny, eh?
So shiny.
And I do believe it's also autographed, and
Oh, now you're just flexing.
yeah, no, I have. Well, there it is. Yeah, autographed with a nice shot of him. And then flip the page again, the next page, and there it is, 72 out of 195.
Well,
so very.
get your pen and paper. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
What she's saying is that I said that I'd do a drawing while we're doing the rest of these. Now that's okay. You can put that up. I got copies of him because it came with postcards.
Oh, did it?
So I'm going to use this just for reference as I'm going to do my drawing. Now, High Society, it's based on Cerebus. He's an aardvark, and he comes to the city-state, and he ends up running for prime minister. I'm not going to say if he...
It smells so good.
It does.
Has that new book smell?
Yeah.
But even better.
Yeah. It's very... Like I say, only 200 copies. You think of all the people who wanted a copy of this. Very careful now with this one.
Oh, shush. I'm doing my best. See? Ever so careful.
Great.
Nothing is being straightened. except my
Here, I'll take
ukulele.
Except you stepped on your ukulele trying to be careful with the damn book, right?
Almost stepped on the ukulele.
Oh,
I just felt it under the foot.
And a nice slipcase too. I like this. Oh, I love the drawing on this too. Where this is him. Actually, he's in there somewhere.
My heart is like racing.
Oh, there he is. Look.
Alright, come on.
Okay. So as I'm talking here, I'm gonna do a drawing of Cerebus. Now you can. Which one will I use for reference? Oh, I kind of like that one there. So I've chosen, of course, the great. Now you can haul up that other comic there. That's.
Scurry, the Doomed Colony by Maxim. I think we covered this one possibly.
Yeah, this was well, there were a few of these actually were in our best of top 10 list, but I had to include them because there were so many of those that were.
I've been wanting to read this one, but it keeps getting buried amongst all your books.
Yeah, I know.
You just leave it out.
We'll leave it out. Okay, but it's beautifully drawn. I love the.
You're beautifully drawn.
Why, thank you. Now that was ordered directly from his site too.
The artwork in it is phenomenal.
It is, isn't it?
Like it looks like it was like taken straight out of a movie.
Yeah.
Is this signed?
Yes.
The
actually.
first edition. Look at you go, Hugo.
It's not that like I mean.
Here's a good art piece to show you. I gotta like scooch this ukulele out slowly out of the way. There we go. Dun dun dun. Cat and the mouse. And I kicked it again.
Okay. Now.
Oh, not too shabby there, Mr. Artist.
You can tell I've done this before, eh?
Yeah, flexing now.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Oh look, it's Lupo on a bad day.
Ah, oh yes.
So this one is called oh no, I'm pronouncing it wrong. Xenozoic?
Xenozoic, yes.
Xenozoic.
This one,
By
of
Mark
course, is...
Schultz.
This also came out in a soft cover, which... That's what Dennis got, but I went for the full-on thing, because, you know...
And it's also signed. What are you trying to prove here, Wallace?
It's all my friends. They're my friends. They're signing my books for me, I think. Probably not. But yeah. Yes,
They're there.
They're there. Everything will be okay for you at some point. And
I find that dragon that just looked like it was done with marker. It does look like it's done with marker. The contents page.
oh yeah. But it's now there's another one of your what would you call it? Your post-apocalyptic books.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
It's like a big old story. Ooh, bum.
Bum?
Bum 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 bum. But I can't show it because it can be standard guidelines. Bum 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 bum.
Bum bum bum. Okay.
Ooh, there it is again. I don't know if you can like see from this far away. And I see now you don't.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. It was big in the 80s, and it even had a
I can tell
cartoon
it's
series, right?
huge 80s vibe.
Yeah.
He definitely watched a lot of workout videos. For some of these.
I like his drawing style.
It's quite lovely. It's very realistic for like just straight pen. Like cartoony but realistic at the same time, you know? The next one, sir.
Okay.
Dreadstar.
Oh yes. Now Dreadstar.
Jim Starlin's. Oh, it's Jim Starlin. It's Jim Starlin's Dreadstar.
Now Starlin is best known.
Volume 1.
He's the creator of Thanos.
Let me guess, this one's signed too, huh?
No, I don't think this one is signed, actually. Here, let me get these. This one I don't believe is signed. But Dreadstar was a...
It is!
It is signed! Okay. It was a comic came out in the 80s that was really good. And this was after he'd done some stuff at Marvel and all that.
It is signed. Like everything here, apparently. Right there in the little corner. What's this one about?
He's
Galactic.
he's sort of an adventurer.
A galactic adventurer.
Yeah, he's big time cosmic type of storyline too, right? And I loved his comics.
Oh, beautiful art style though.
Oh yeah. I always loved his art. His stories, his stories were fabulous too, right? They were real cosmic type of stuff involving. Well, the whole Infinity Gauntlet was him.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
So.
Got like a mothership over here.
Oh yeah. But great.
Some black and white art.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Now this is he also did a recent collection of this, but this is the collection. I mean, I idolized this guy when I was a kid, and still do love his stuff.
This one has cat people in it.
Yeah. I'd heard that it had been optioned several times, but nothing ever happened with it. But maybe, hopefully, after his fame with Thanos, that maybe someone will take him up on it, right? He was almost blinded by one of those soda stream things, eh?
And this one is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Volume 3.
Da-da-da-da. Now, you know what's...
Century.
Funny enough, and I didn't think about it, but the only reason I did include this one was because it was signed.
Of course you did.
Now this one, it's signed by Alan Moore. Now, he didn't sign the actual book.
Okay, that's cool.
Because he refused, he refused or just wouldn't sign the actual book. But he signed this card, him and
probably
Darius.
thought you were going to sell the book. That's why.
What's that?
You probably thought you were just going to sell it.
Well, and I could see it. That concern is, you give someone a really cool book and then they just turn as just a commodity to them. So
what's it about? So I don't want to open it.
It's basically Alan Moore. He went and he took all these characters from Victorian literature, like Mina Harker, the woman. She comes from Dracula, the book Dracula. Because all this stuff is in public domain, so he can use any of these characters. He got Jekyll and Hyde in it, and he got all these people from British literature and stuff like that. But where it's all public domain, he can reuse these characters himself. He had the Invisible Man from H.G. Wells. He uses the Island of Dr. Moreau. He uses War of the Worlds, all this old stuff. Which is all, of course, like I say, royalty free. But he makes it his own too, right? So, and so I'm almost finished.
I don't believe you.
yeah, I'm right here. Look, you can see it right here.
Is you?
Yeah. Now, folks, I'm just putting the final touches here now onto.
Don't believe I'm just full of shit. You're full of shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah, okay.
You're full of shiitake mushrooms.
Shiitake.
No, you're not. I'd like to learn how to grow them though. In like a monotone.
Cool. Well, we could grow them here in Newfoundland. Well, I'm
like
not.
Oyster and lion's mane. And some Anunnaki.
No.
One of these days.
Yes.
When we have a cold cellar. We'll buy a house.
Exactly. Well, we have
It's wishful thinking, I know.
Oh, we do have a house already.
But it doesn't have a cold cellar.
It does, actually.
Not when we have access to.
No, well, yeah. True. Okay, I'm almost done there.
So, I was totally going to try out this toner I picked up because I went to bleach my hair and it's just not working. So, I had to lube it up. This is the toner I got. It's called T18. T18 toner. So I have to put a bunch of olive oil in my hair to protect it. And it's going to look very bad right now and you're probably going to all hate me, but don't worry about it.
Nah, they won't hate
I won't touch the books, don't worry. Oh, yes.
I think you got a lot of fans anyway. Okay.
They know I'm not PG, right?
Yeah.